Here we are in San Juan Capistrano, where even the In-N-Out burger looks like a church.
Wow.
Ferganized here. Today we are at Mission San Juan Capistrano. Will you join us? Let's delve into the fascinating history of Mission San Juan Capistrano as I showcase the video footage from my visit. This historic landmark and museum hold the title of being the birthplace of Orange County. Established over 200 years ago as the 7th mission out of 21 in the state, it boasts a standing chapel where Saint Sarah once celebrated Mass. Today, Mission San Juan Capistrano stands as a living testament to California's rich multicultural history, encompassing Native American, Spanish, Mexican, and European influences. Originally designed as a self-sufficient community by Spanish padres and Native Americans, the mission served as a hub for agricultural, industry, education, and religion. Noteworthy for the annual return of the swallows, Mission San Juan Capistrano is renowned as the jewel of the California missions, drawing in over 300,000 visitors each year. Mission San Juan Capistrano, with 240 years of history, has been a home to countless individuals. Its rich tapestry includes memories and stories of past inhabitants and those who visit today. This site holds immense historical, cultural, and religious importance, while also serving as a source of inspiration and education. Mission San Juan Capistrano, established by Junípero Serra on November 1st, 1776, stands as the 7th of 21 missions in California, founded by the Spanish. Initially begun in October 1775, it had to be abandoned after just a week. A Kumeyaay war party destroyed Mission San Diego in early November, prompting the soldiers to return and reinforce the garrison in San Diego. The priest had to accompany the soldiers to San Diego. On a related note, I have a quarter Native American heritage, with my tribal affiliation being Southern Paiute. Interestingly, I have several cousins who are part of the Kumeyaay tribe. Additionally, there is a connection to Catholic heritage in my family, making this history resonate with my family roots. Mission San Juan Capistrano was set up to make Spain bigger and to bring Christianity to the native people already in California. The plan was that missions and forts called presidios would be the main ways to spread Spanish control. The missions had a job to get the native people on board with being Catholic and show them how to live the Spanish way, like in villages and farming. The goal was to turn them into self-supporting Spanish citizens and part of the colonial system. Meanwhile, the presidios had the job of keeping the mission safe from unfriendly natives and protecting the territory from possible invasion by Russia and other European powers. When Mission San Juan Capistrano started in 1776, it brought many changes and challenges for the local Acjachemen people. The Spanish folks came in with new gadgets, clothes, food, animals, and ideas. The missionaries wanted the Acjachemen to get into the Catholic way and get baptized to be part of the mission. But if you officially joined, it meant the Acjachemen had to switch up pretty much everything in their life. They had to change their culture, language, religion, job, clothes, food, and even how they spent their day. Deciding to join the mission wasn't always simple. When the Spanish showed up, they brought horses, mules, oxen, and sheep. These animals grew in number and did well, but they also caused a lot of damage to native plants and animals. This changed California's landscape, leaving hillsides with only oaks and dry grass. The local people had to find new sources of food, and lots of them had no option but to ditch their villages and head to the missions. Living at the mission also meant dealing with germs. When the Spanish came, they accidentally brought diseases like pneumonia, tuberculosis, measles, and syphilis that the Native Americans hadn't encountered before. Back then, they didn't know much about treating these illnesses, so it spread easily. Being in close quarters, having not so great hygiene, and not being used to these European diseases turned out to be deadly for the native population. In 1770, around 65,000 Native Americans lived in the coastal zone of California where the missions were set up. But by 1830, only 17,000 were still around, a big drop of 74%. After 1812, the mission started going downhill. Many things played a role in this, like an earthquake in December of that year that made the Great Stone Church collapse. The number of new births went down, more Native people were getting sick and dying from diseases, and the Spanish government couldn't do a good job of keeping the mission safe and supplied with what they needed. In 1821, Mexico won its independence from Spain, and that made Alta California, where the mission is, part of Mexico. With the new government taking charge, the mission kept going downhill. In 1845, Governor Pio Pico sold off the mission. It went up for auction and was bought by John Forster, who happened to be Governor Pico's brother-in-law. So, for the next 20 years, the mission became the private ranch of the Forster family. California became a state in 1850. The Catholic Bishop of California, Joseph Alemany, asked the U.S. government to give back the mission buildings and lands to the Catholic Church. In 1865, President Abraham Lincoln said okay, and the mission went back to the Catholic Church. From the 1870s to the early 1900s, artists, photographers, and folks with big ideas started getting into the missions. A bunch of community leaders got on board to fix things up. The Landmarks Club, run by Charles Loomis and Father St. John O'Sullivan, who lived there, were Mission San Juan Capistrano's biggest supporters for keeping it in good shape. They kicked off a new era for the Landmark.